Hello. Thank you for joining with me today for Chapter 7 from the book Self Abidance by Srimati Margaret Coble. And before reading the chapter, I'd like to just spend a few moments simply being here in this moment, recognizing the true reality. Taking a few deep breaths and closing the eyes. Allowing the body-mind to relax and release. Relaxing the eyes. Becoming still. And noticing the life force, the energy of the body. Noticing that I'm noticing it. Just watching the watcher. The watcher sees thoughts but doesn't have thoughts. Noticer sees time but isn't in time. The watcher sees weight, sees heaviness and lightness, but the watcher is weightless. weightless, without time or space. Chapter 7 Peace Through Understanding. Reality is undivided being that knows no separation forever. Fortunately, truth is already shining in its own light right within. Its silent speech proclaims unceasingly, I am. This is the clue. Something, someone is always present at the beginning of everything that comes. If we were correctly trained, we would first investigate that which is always already present before the arising of a situation, problem, or question. What is the nature of that which is changelessly and inevitably present before, during, and after any movement of the mind? However, we are not trained in this way from childhood. Society is in a state of sleep with regard to man's true, inherent nature. It is unscientific to ignore the vast body of truth regarding the self as revealed in Vedanta, the end of knowledge. It is also unwise to rest on mere intellectual acceptance of ancient precepts without direct experience of the truth. Practice and theory must go hand in hand until both merge in reality itself. Taking note of this fact of an underlying changeless presence awakens awareness of one's transpersonal real self. Through a relaxed feeling after this deeper self comes inner peace, stability, and integration. The science of the self. Vedanta presents the science of the self. Vedanta is the self-revelation of these illumined beings. Supreme reality is the one and only existence, consciousness, bliss there is. Through the power of appearance, Maya, consciousness linked to a human body forgets its own nature in a magical world of infinite variety within and without, and it tends to identify with the nature of thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise. Intelligent, conscious principle always remains present as man's true identity, ready to absorb one's delusions into the light of reality. Scientific practice. Within your total awareness, investigate the nature of the body, feel it, know it, and realize I am not that. Investigate the nature of sensations, thoughts, and feelings. Realize their subtle differences and know I am not that. When all changeful aspects of the individual consciousness have been objectified and discerned in their own nature, they are seen as not self. When the diverse nature of each level of our being is clearly discerned and eliminated as not one's own nature, then is the changeless, permanent reality known by direct experience. Self Abidance. Ever continuing one's practice in this way, one begins to abide in what was here from the very beginning: unlimited awareness, non-dual consciousness, changeless presence. While developing the natural state of self-abidance, one needs a vigilant program of self-abidance. Throughout the day, check where you find yourself, stable in its own nature or running with the mind, identifying with what comes and goes. Remember again and again your true nature: oneness, peace, happiness. Take note of a changeless presence. At other times, mentally affirm, I am consciousness. Meditate. All this brings the energy flow of the mind inward, homeward. It matters where your energy goes. The quest of who am I is the beginning of real understanding. Who am I? Only self-illumination can fulfill the deep quest after self-knowledge. The main obstacle is the unexamined mind. One must become conscious of the mind's blind assumptions regarding one's identity. By objectifying them systematically, one becomes fully aware of their limiting nature, and thus one transcends them spontaneously. The process of sorting out the true identity of one's own I am consciousness from all accumulated assumptions and mental mechanisms is called self-analysis. Those who have already experienced authentic self-illumination know directly that they are neither the body nor the mind. They know that they are transcendental, consciousness, and peace absolute. This experience is open to all. Enlightenment for all. Viveka means spiritual discernment, and Ananda means bliss. There can be no enlightenment without these. Through self-analysis, learn to discern rightly the self from the not-self, and thereby stand as Viveka Ananda. Realize consciousness is the reality of all, the essence of all, the background of all, the changeless identity of all, whether men know it or not. May all living beings be happy, peaceful, and prosperous in the realization of the One Supreme Presence. The one reality with peace and blessedness. Wholeness and perfection. Love and wisdom universal. May all living beings be happy, peaceful, and prosperous in the realization of the One Supreme Presence, the One Reality with peace and blessedness, wholeness and perfection, love and wisdom universal. May all living beings be happy, peaceful, and prosperous in the realization of the One Supreme Presence, the One Reality with peace and blessedness, wholeness and perfection, love and wisdom universal. At home forever. Master, where do you dwell? Come and see. Who is the Master in man but consciousness, pure I? Where does this I dwell? Come and see. This is an invitation to interiorize, self-analyze, meditate, to awaken in rebirth to what is from the beginning. All are seeking. With favorable preparation, this universal seeking takes a subjective turn at last. The inward journey begins in earnest. Serious practice is taken up. Yoga, self-discipline, observing the mind, purifying thoughts, words, deeds, diets, habits, all. Meditating, becoming still, loving the Guru, learning discernment, studying, trusting Spirit, never despairing, keeping the faith, standing as the witness of the mental waves. All these help open the book of life, the realm of vibrations within the body, mind, ego, and intellect, until there is purity, detachment, alignment, integration, and viveka, discernment. Consciousness standing as the truth of being. Yes, of course the enlightened speak from here, the truth of being. Never before are their words understood, till being is realized. It is in being that the illumined stand, silent, partless, one. Such silence speaks with the aliveness of being and vibrates the thoughtless, wordless message of oneness, love and peace profound. Come, see, be. The persistent win through. All are the I am. The only obstructions are self-created mechanisms of the mind. What man has done, he can undo. So, know, transcend, undo, be, abide. Abidance is the word. Mark it well. Where do you dwell? Come and see. See through being. Simple? Yes. Awake and dream no more the dreams of blind thought, desire, sensation, imagination. All this mental mirage deceives and cheats. Know the mind. Know thoughts as objects. Be separate from them. Be their witness. Be the self. Be. Continue being. Abide in being as being. No duality, just one. Undivided being is all there is. Permanent, changeless peace and bliss. I am that I am. It matters where energy goes. Awake and dream no more. Light up the I am more and more. Progressive revelation. Deepening self-realization. Consciousness is the guru. Continue divine practice to the end, which is natural, constant experience of the real nature and the perfection of being. Don't just visit the self in samadhi. Make it your home. There abide. You belong. One Supreme Presence. The essence of all paths is the realization of the one existence directly by consciousness. Let this be the eternal foundation. We are not individuals. Wait not for phenomena. Wait not for reactions. Wait not. Namaste.